Go live on time, you said? Is that what you said? You're talking about that? Are you muted? I think you might be muted. Is it just me? Oh no.
That's the problem.
Whew. I was feeling mighty unlonely in that moment, if you know what I mean. Like, how's it going, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to Full Circle. We're vibing AF.
Welcome, Internet. You've made it. You've made it to late night.
Oh,
You've
there's
arrived.
already. Hi, guys.
Hey, how's it
Hello,
going? So,
hello.
I want to show our display names. Ooh, nice, Lindau. We need to get you Lindau V2, in your little red
Oh yeah, should.
Google thing.
My Google thing.
Nice, cool. So everybody's kind of vibing tonight. Your lighting looks really nice, Lindau.
Thank you. I wish it was a little bit more orange.
Don't you have an app for that?
The bros didn't help me configure it yet. Do you guys like being called bros? Like, what should I call you guys?
Dude,
Broskies? No.
Boys. I think boys is fine.
I think yeah. We're probably best described as boys. In all truth, the dudes. What did you call it? But what did you say first? What was the word
I
you
said
said?
the boys, the broskies.
The bros, crypto bros. No, I don't think that we're. I don't think we're cool enough to be crypto bros.
Yeah, we are starkly different.
Crypto weirds, maybe, but yeah, we can't escape being crypto bros. We just don't think that we are. It's like the definition of a hipster. You know, if you say that you're not a hipster, your percentages immediately go up. If you say I would like to be a hipster, you're definitely not a hipster.
Yeah, you know? You're still shopping from a box. It sends you just clothes every month. And it's just like, you are this personality. Khakis, button up, plaid.
Give me the
3 plaid shirts and those wool shoes that everybody wore in San Francisco. Whatever the hell they were.
Oh yeah, dude. Allbirds. They're great shoes. Have you ever had a pair of Allbirds?
They're something.
Oh, I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, they're so comfortable.
They're sterile. They're like staying in corporate housing. They all look the same.
They're pretty comfortable.
You know, boys. I'll accept boys, brothers. Brothers. You can call us your brothers and sisters. Fam.
Broskies? Okay.
What'd you say?
Broskies.
You still have a bro going. I don't know if I can accept it.
Okay, fair.
Hey, Zach Kinney. Hey, Kate.
Hey,
Oren. M.
What's up, all you people on?
Put the mic out tonight. I'm scared.
Hey, what? As far as the people on Unlonely, can we take a what's up? Can we take a little hey chat? What's up? Going on out there? I'm just curious. Should we drop a token tonight? Do we have a curious? We want to. If we do one, we're going to do it on the most novice level humanly possible, and we're going to name it pizza. Probably, but we'll just wait on the chat on that, and otherwise we're just doing other things on the deal. So pizza. All right, we have 1 vote for pizza. Okay, we're all in. Then we're all in on Unlonely. Yes, win pizza airdrop. We should talk about that because we've been feeling. Should we address it? Should we just say? Been feeling like we need to be rewarding people who are participating on Unlonely, even if the token doesn't happen to survive the evening. So if you are participating on unlonely.app/channels/full circle, then perhaps just think about the incentive being an invisible incentive, almost like the air we breathe.
Sky, what are you talking about?
I'm saying like we were just like I was trying to hint at an airdrop that we were saying that we were going to maybe airdrop some cool NFTs, you know, that we had some back channels with Shakes Pepe. We've got some other stuff going on.
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't want to say the word airdrop because I don't want to make any promises, but I'm just saying that's the only reason why I would say that we should drop pizza tonight.
You know,
it's Bitcoin Pizza Day.
It is Bitcoin Pizza Day, but I feel like the crowd needs to like demand it. Like, let's, you know, there's so many, there's lots of memeable content on Full Circle.
Okay.
There's all these beautiful quiet moments, loud moments, AI moments, and other moments for moments. And if you're on unlonely.app, you can even clip those moments as NFTs. NFCs. NFCs, Linda, is that the right term?
I think so.
NFCs. Those of you on Twitter, thank you for coming. We're streaming from unlonely.app/channel/full circle. It's like a Web3 Twitch. If you got a wallet, come over here. Otherwise, thank you for joining on Twitter or anywhere else. We're live on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Lens, and Unlonely.
Yeah, and if you're watching live right now, press the retweet button, say this is weird, or just press the retweet button or comment, and maybe we'll say something back. You know, you never know. Trying to engage with you live. That was one of my notes for the show. So I'm working on it live. Should we let's play the season teaser to just get people prepped up, and then we'll go into some of the other stuff. Is that okay?
Yes. If somebody can drop the link to the retweet in Unlonely, I need to kill that app and come back.
Okay.
And we can pull up the teaser.
Twitter. Hold on. This is the most entertaining part of the show possible. Piece and pieces. That's a great idea. Oh. Yeah. Said the man in the moon to his woman under the sea. Can you understand the words coming from me? No one is trying. We were trying to figure out what Full Circle was.
Full Circle is where crypto and real life come together.
It's a big deal.
Well, piece and pieces. Well, piece and pieces. Nice. Awesome. Cool. Well, that's our little teaser. That's a little taste of the season. And we are going to get you warmed up right now with a little...
But before we do that, Sky, okay. The backstage is full now. Really? Everyone is here.
My friends. Should we say hi?
Yes.
Hi, friends.
Hello, friends.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Ooh. Hello, friends.
I just messaged them. We probably won't even get to you for another like hour or something.
All right. We'll wait in the wings. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm getting this thing that's like you're running out of space on this device. It may affect your stream performance. Delete all this stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, I know my computer's already too loaded up. What do I have to do right this second? So I'm like mad deleting like GIFs and things from like 2021. But I think we got
your trash folder. Start with the trash folder.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You are a little pixelated, but you know what? Pixels are a vibe. You know.
Yeah, voxel Rizzle.
Well, they're in the trash now because I'm here to get live streaming service. So, you know, we'll circle back.
That's right. These are the tech boys. We need some help.
Yo, nice. Well, while you're doing that, I kind of want to pitch you this this segment that we did because it's Bitcoin Pizza Day. I don't know if you guys have heard of Bitcoin, but it's a cryptocurrency, and we've been. I've got some friends that are what one might call quote unquote normies, and they've been asking. I don't know if you've heard of normies, but they've been asking me quite a bit about. They're curious about this show because I keep saying things about it at the playground, you know, with my kid after school. The parents kind of like we kind of hang out and we're like. we grumble about our kid stuff, and they ask me about things, and I try to explain the show to them. But now they're kind of curious about cryptocurrency, and they said something about something in the restaurant being the closest that they've ever come to understanding anything that has to do with cryptocurrency. And I was like, we're doing the dumbest possible shit, and they understood something. And so we had this brainstorm about this thing a long time ago about explain it to me like I'm normal, like this is going to be a segment, explain it to me like I'm normal. But then I got super inspired by this encouraging feedback, and that from a normie friend, and also that it's Bitcoin Pizza Day. So I made a video of AI talking about Bitcoin Pizza Day, and I really wanted to cater to just like really, the normal people, normal everyday people. So I just wanted to share that with y'all and just see what you thought. Is that cool?
Yeah, roll.
Okay.
Share it.
Next one, Whiskers McClaw, played by Waylon.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Crypto Whisker Chronicles, where we dive into the fascinating world of cryptocurrency. But today we've got a special treat. It's Bitcoin Pizza Day. That's right, we're talking about the day when a guy bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin.
Host 2, Fluffy Pawson, played by Lumi.
You heard that right, Whiskers. 10,000 Bitcoin. Back then, that was about 41 bucks. Today, that's, well, let's just say it's a lot of kibbles. Imagine trading away a treasure chest for a couple of pepperoni pizzas. It's like giving away your goldfish for a sardine. Seems fair at the time, but oh boy, the regret.
Host 3, Sassy Whiskertail, played by Arthur.
Absolutely Fluffy.
These
For all the
cat
normies out there, those who still think Dogecoin is a new breed, Bitcoin Pizza Day is a huge deal in the crypto world.
That's it.
It's
That's
like the time I accidentally swapped my laser pointer for a ball of yarn. Fun for a minute, but not the brightest move in the long run.
Host 4, Miario Nakamoto, played by Donna.
And just to add some high-level jargon to the mix, let's remember that this transaction was a pivotal moment of liquidity pool dynamics intersecting with early adopter fiat to crypto arbitrage opportunities.
Donna.
In simpler terms, it was a game changer, even if it was for pizza.
Whiskers McClaw.
Right, Miario. And for those still scratching their heads, this day is like a crypto holiday. We celebrate by remembering that once upon a time, someone thought, hey, why not use this magical internet money for some delicious pizza? And poof, Bitcoin Pizza Day was born.
Fluffy Pawson.
It's a reminder of how far we've come. From using Bitcoin for pizza to, well, still trying to figure out how to use it for anything else. But hey, it's progress. Plus, it gives us a reason to eat pizza and pretend it's for educational purposes.
Sassy Whiskertail.
Exactly. So next time you're munching on a slice, remember that it's not just pizza, it's history. Delicious, cheesy history. And who knows, maybe one day we'll have tuna tartare day, when we'll talk about the time someone swapped 10,000 Ethereum for a gourmet seafood platter.
Miario Nakamoto.
Until then, let's raise our slices high and celebrate Bitcoin Pizza Day, the most expensive meal in history that keeps getting more expensive every year. Here's to the guy who spent 10,000 Bitcoin, and to all of us for learning from his appetite. I mean, experience.
Whiskers McClaw.
It's almost done.
So remember, normies, next time someone offers you 10,000 Bitcoin for a couple of pizzas, think twice. You might just be holding on to the keys to your own financial kingdom. Or, a really fancy cat condo.
All hosts together.
Happy
Bitcoin
Bitcoin
Pizza
Pizza
Day.
Day.
Dude, that explained it better than I ever could. I don't know.
Oh man.
What do you think, Rizzle? Like,
Dude, that was like so much to digest. I'm still like trying to figure out exactly what I just experienced there.
Rizzle was trying to like save one quote, but it's impossible to save a quote from any of Sky's videos because they're just like they're dense full of just things.
there was
You
at least
have to
3
watch
quotes there that I'm trying to
Dude,
remember, and I
I
can't
felt like
remember now. So, yeah.
It had a message that I'm not sure I quite understood, but then it like doubled down on that and then like triple and quadrupled down on like whatever that was. And so, I don't know, man.
Is that like available to buy so I can like send it to other people to explain to them what Bitcoin is?
You know,
Dude, the editing was tight though. Dude, I wish I could churn out stuff like that. Like if I could get like some weird thing to like, you know, crank out a song that's a vibe like that, you know, that's something, man. It had me going. I was interested in what was happening next, even though I still
He's
never
been working on
figured
this
it
for
out.
3 months now, right? It's like...
It's more like that's like 6. It's really been about probably 6 to 9 months of getting it down. I've been trying to be able to do that in 48 minutes. So I want to be able to have a 48-minute film festival where I like do like just take that from start to finish. So it's kind of maddening because in order to do that, you have to be on
that for 48 minutes.
Sorry?
Or it takes
no,
48 minutes
not
to
the
make it.
length of it. No. Like a 48-hour film festival, you make a whole film in 48 hours. So to be able to make like a short, to make like, you know, a short, stupid crypto video, or, you know, it doesn't have to be about crypto, but I like crypto, so whatever. But a short, stupid AI video where it's like sourced. You have an idea basically, and I iterated that through ChatGPT, and then got to a place where I liked it, and then put that through play.ht, got all the voiceovers, picked all the different characters, exported that, then picked a character, had generated the characters in another thing, picked a character for it. It's like,
speaking of export, we're exporting right now to the base blockchain. Pizza. Pizza.
oh, nice.
You know what?
Pizza is live and tradable on unlonely.app.
Oh, nice.
The people want pizza, and we got it. It's yummy. Really
talking
yummy.
talking about airdrops here. Like you should mint that. You should have that as an airdrop. People who get pizza get that video.
It's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea. We can do that. If you buy pizza today, we are dropping that segment on you. We mint every segment on Zora as an NFT, and I'll mint a bunch, and we'll drop one on everybody who buys pizza today.
Participates in pizza.
You know, I think when we try to explain stuff, it's funny. Layers. We need layers. Like we need somebody talking over your video, explaining what the video is about, and then somebody explaining what they're explaining.
You didn't get the FAQ?
You didn't get the pre-read for that 3-minute video.
Nope. I should have spoken up while it was playing and made sure everybody understood.
If you blinked, you're gonna need to start at the beginning. You know,
blink twice. Yeah,
blowing the cartridge. Yeah, you might have to reset the electricity in your house, man. You have to watch that with those little peelers. Anyway, Lindau, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you? Drinking some water.
Oh, you are?
This is my favorite wine. Take a picture for Christmas.
What is it?
And you send me a gift.
It looks like creatures.
It's called it's a natural wine.
I was gonna say,
oh, cool.
I'm very hippie these days, and I drink natural wines. It's called.
You gotta take care of yourself.
It's called Flirtation. It's cute. That's me on the bottle, and my future boyfriend, whoever that's gonna be.
You're on the left or the right? The left, right? I think you're on the left.
Whichever one is skinnier.
Yeah, that one.
All right.
That's the one I own.
You heard it here. She needs the
one.
Yeah, the overweight other guy on the wine bottle.
Yeah, there you go.
See if we can help you.
Yeah, we might know. Yeah, we keep trying. I tried to set you up with that one guy. Did that go anywhere on the? I tagged you on X. He said he was 6'4".
He didn't slide in my DMs, and he was probably lying. So.
You think that's probably? You think it was just clickbait? He's like, dang.
Totally.
Height envy.
Rizzle, send someone her way. I'm sure you know someone.
You know, single people.
Dude, are you coming to Lisbon, Lindau? should come to Lisbon or Rizzle Fest. Although actually Rizzle Fest, there will be more females at Rizzle Fest than ever, which is from last year.
There's been a concerted effort to invite women this year.
There were several females at Rizzle Fest last year, but there will be more females than ever. However, I don't think that will prevent Rizzle Fest from being somewhat of a dude fest, which is a bunch of big brains in the Web3 industry who I don't know, I think are cool. I can't speak from, I don't know. You should definitely come. Check them out. I don't know. I would be interested in your take on the available dudes who are very smart within Web3 from like an availability perspective. I'm like, dude, does that translate well into the dating pool, or are they like, just really my bunch of like weirdo friends?
Or maybe both.
I don't know. I don't understand crypto.
Hopefully both. I'm like, Lindau is cool, man. We should hook her up. We know cool people, right? But they're tech nerds.
Exactly. Where are they?
We know cool people that just,
Rizzle Fest.
Yo, I hope they're at Rizzle Fest.
We're gonna get to Rizzle
Fest. You got them stuck for 3 days in like a cabin, Lindau. This is your like territory to like, trap them and make sure they understand your vibe.
Yeah.
Guys, I've never went.
Yeah, there's showers.
Dude, I should just play. Let me just play this video.
I'm a little bougie, so.
Okay, it's not. We're gonna need.
You can get the nice cabin.
We'll get you a personalized.
It might not work like that well. There will be a few people with RVs that are nice. That's probably about as bougie as it's gonna get. To be honest. They are nice RVs though.
Okay, Linda, you got some news though. Don't we need to get?
We have 100 viewers. Hi guys, thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
101.
If you're watching,
what we have up next, just to reorient us, we're going to get to Rizzle Fest in a little bit. What we have up next, I do believe, is Linda and Rizzle fighting on camera, pre-recorded.
Karate fighting.
Did we fight? I don't remember us fighting.
Well, I mean, it was.
I don't remember us fighting either.
Rizzle, you would win.
AI can do magical things. You don't know.
Yeah, you were recorded doing a lot of things, Rizzle. You're gonna have to explain yourself after this.
There's a lot of karate.
I was there for a while. It was like my first day in NYC, and Sky was just like, "Come over here," and I was like, "All right, I got nothing going on the first day, so I'll just show up." And
wow, so you only came because
there was a bunch of cameras. People thought I was fun.
Wow.
Say it again.
You only came because you had nothing going on. Wow.
No. It was just the first day there.
Oh my God.
And Sky booked it like right away. And he was like, "Come over and do this thing." And I was like, "All right." And then there was a bunch of cameras there and it was recording for a very long time. So honestly, I have no good frame of reference for what was captured and how it was chopped up at this point.
Yeah, me neither.
Let's like 6 hours or something. We were just chilling.
I'll play
great,
it. Yeah.
Honestly.
So, it's like 15 minutes. You guys can stay on stage or kind of go off. But I'm gonna plop this up now. This is I love this conversation.
Stay right here and like and down like
between me and Rizzle.
Building in public, like a plane that's already flying. But we are adding the wings full circle.
Rizzle and Lindau, full circle, take one.
Hi.
Hi.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
This is what happened last time Sky Bravo turned on the camera. Yeah.
So.
We were trying to figure out what full circle was earlier. Do you have any idea?
Full circle is where crypto and real life come together.
It's a big deal.
Well, peace and... All right. That was way more succinct than what I was talking about decentralized late night show or something like that.
Are we gonna be on chain? On chain?
Are we gonna be on chain?
Do we know?
We should be. This is the time where we get to make the calls maybe and decide the show. All right, yeah, it should be on chain, right?
Where can we upload this? Is there like a place where we can upload long formatted videos.
Building in public. Like a plane that's already flying.
I'm not like being super aggressive about going to these events.
Yes. Yeah. After having done this a few times,
yeah,
I'm not either.
And like, do you live in New York?
No, but I've been to NFT NYC since it was like only a couple hundred people here, like early days. And after the one after COVID, where I came here and everything was like all spread out, and I was like trying to maximize opportunities and going from side event to side event to side event to see everybody. And it was like a drag by the end. I was like so exhausted. And ever since that experience, now I just go to a couple things where I know the people who I want to see are going to be at, and then just sort of see what happens from there. I didn't buy a conference ticket. I haven't the last like few years or anything.
Yeah.
So
I don't think anyone does.
I don't think anyone does either.
Yeah.
It's just everyone just knows everyone's going to be around, and so.
Right.
But I'm not too far away, so I'm like an hour and a half. So I can get up here without too much inconvenience.
An hour and a half, where's that?
Is Rizzle about to be doxxed?
Nice.
Yeah.
My address is.
What's the
Fun
story?
fact: Gary Vee is actually the first person to
not
dox
a real
me
story.
publicly.
He just likes hats.
Oh,
and,
Gary Vee.
got me
That's a
his
good
hat.
backstory.
And I had worn it for a while, and I lost it on a roller coaster, and my daughter was horrified, and so I asked him to get me another one, and so I've just rocked the goat hat.
That'd be a cool NFT collection.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. I'm interested to see, like, you know, as the cycle runs up this time around, if we end up in a similar state as 2021, where everyone just thought everything was going to go up infinitely, or if people are a little bit wiser this time around. But probably not.
How humble are we going to be?
I mean,
when
I don't
Bitcoin's
know.
300K. It's like not very.
I think the whole Bored Ape thing, everyone was guilty on like being a little arrogant. I mean, I remember I'd go to a party. This was when I first joined crypto. I'd go to a party and we'd see my girlfriends and I would see some guy in like a Bored Ape Yacht Club like sweater, and we'd just freak out like, oh my god, like this person has a Bored Ape or like an Azuki or what have you. I don't know. It was like the cool thing back then. We'll see. You know.
Yeah.
What's next? There's always something cool in crypto.
Yes. No, and it is right now. It seems like meme coins is the thing, but I feel like the NFT cycle really hasn't happened yet this time around. There isn't like everybody's talking about the Bored Ape Yacht Club. I mean, there's stuff going on like ordinals. There's stuff going on like in different places, but I feel like we haven't really seen like what's gonna sort of be the. I feel like. For people who don't know anything about NFTs, like a lot of people's first association is Bored Ape Yacht Club, still from like that era.
Right.
So you feel like something will be that this time around, and it's usually not the same thing. But I don't know. There's a lot of buzz in like gaming NFTs and stuff, but I don't know. It'll be interesting.
I'm bullish on ordinals. I've actually never bought an ordinal, but I do know that it's quite difficult to buy. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think you can just go on Magic Eden.
Yeah, I haven't tried, but I'm kind of bullish on ordinals. I think there's just a huge Bitcoin community.
Yeah.
And I think that might be the next big thing in relation to NFTs.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly has traction, and I feel like it's like genuinely like cool. Like from a technology standpoint, to be putting NFTs on Bitcoin and like the way they're doing it seems like sound and everything. I feel like we all know how this goes. You got to get Mark Cuban, Guy Osieri, like all these like VCs that all sort of like push their money into like a handful of projects, and then they, you know, or you get like a similar crowd that has like all the celebrities in their pocket, and they.
I mean, everyone got sued, so.
I'm worried what names you're to drop, Rizzle.
Until something like that happens.
We're excited.
The
Controversy.
Have you
seen this?
I've not seen that. Blocked me a while ago.
It's
So
not
people
controversy, though.
Are we censored here?
It's basically what played out in real time.
Hi, we censored?
People who were just
Apparently.
there to sell
I saw it.
products
Oh,
and
sweet.
not really knowledgeable.
Dude, I don't know
about
if I've
stuff within
ever
the
gotten
industry,
censored before. That's
often rubbed me
fantastic.
the wrong way.
I didn't know we were doing it.
Which maybe one of those people.
No,
That's
this is great.
typically the way I get
Oh,
booked.
wait.
And
What
when
did
I
I
say
say?
things
Go back.
because
Wait, do we rewind?
No, never mind.
Rewind.
Leave it up to mystery.
The past
Let people figure it out. Yeah, they're gonna have to find the episode.
Every now and again, I say something, but I've been trying to tell
your
it
fault.
Oh, it was definitely my fault.
Oh, I remember what this was.
Yes.
A few people blocked me. That's probably.
Like when someone blocks you.
I mean, it's their fault because they probably said some really dumb shit. Like,
it's their fault.
That's their fault. Comment that I made, but also I was probably being like a little bit of an asshole. So.
First, he agreed that it was his fault, and then he said it was the other person.
And there was this girl who just kept coming at me. I'm always just joking.
Yeah.
This girl just kept coming at me every single tweet. It's like I was going on this thing on Twitter that I was looking for love on X. And so I was tweeting about it.
Still am looking for love.
And this girl was like, "Why do you want a boyfriend so bad? Like, every time I see your tweets, it's about this and that." And it was just like consistently, just like. So I just blocked her. Yeah. Whatever.
Yes. Whatever.
Only person I blocked, I think.
That's good.
That's my blocked story.
There was a whole crew of influencers who came in at the same time as Guy Osieri and Mark Cuban started investing in like everything
the backstory continues.
And possibly unfairly by me like lumped into that crowd, and there was like a whole bunch.
This is what happens, dude. I was there for like 5 hours with some shit, and I try and like keep it professional and like
their products
and
everything like that, and that
keep it nice on camera. But there's a lot of off-camera shit, and I just keep
which is how I ended up getting blocked by like a lot of people, and I'm trying to now that
we need unprofessional
before
Rizzle.
that there was no hype cycle.
That's what we need.
There was absolutely like none of that.
Perfect.
Intern Rizzle.
Industry.
I don't remember it up very long, very well.
Now I'm like calloused and jaded, and I feel like this cycle I can anticipate plenty of stupidity happening, and I'm trying to center myself to not get so aggravated.
I think half of the shit is stupid. I think that's the entire culture.
If at least half.
DJ culture is super silly.
Yes.
And stupid. But I think DJ culture is what drives the market. I think if you want a successful crypto project, you have to first start off with a DJ narrative and then progress to getting to the normies or what have you. But I think if you have a strong community of DJs, you're already so far ahead.
If you're trying to make money, I feel like you need some of that flavor in your community, because I feel like you've seen it with like a lot of really talented artists who have been here for a long time that's not their community, and they're crazy talented, but they're still struggling to just sell stuff on a regular basis because their target audience isn't DJs and people aren't buying it to flip it or invest it. They have actual collectors who like it, but that's a harder path to follow than if you got people willing to do the Vegas thing on your stuff.
I think that path is more. I think Ethereum culture is more DJs.
I
think people in Bitcoin are a little bit more classier, and just more serious in general. I think when I go to Bitcoin conferences,
I feel like that's because they're not out there that much. When I meet them, they're pretty out there.
Just wearing pajamas.
This is a true point though, man. When I went to Bitcoin Miami, it was like all suits.
Real shit. Not just. I mean, guys, I'm.
No, you're.
This was so close to the time when y'all were talking about how everyone in Bitcoin is serious, and then suddenly, immediately, NFTs turned everybody into Bitcoin into wizards.
ETH culture and Bitcoin
so much better, man.
So
I was there for the Bitcoin part, and I'm like, the wizard part is better.
These communities or having to recruit these kind of communities that actually don't care about the art; they just want to flip.
Yeah.
I think Bitcoin
is better.
You did have content.
Going towards ordinals is a much better route.
Dude, you may be right. That's an interesting take.
Are you saying just this video? Yeah, you remember I was following you around saying look around like you're confused at why everybody is
super cool.
Stressed up.
It's funny because I'm actually wearing a Taproot Wizard Bitcoin shirt. Now that I saw it on the thing, I'm like, what?
Professionalism of the event and the content and everything like that. I feel
it was a vibe for sure.
Historically, Bitcoin hasn't really had that much exciting shit going on it beyond investment suit
the maxis are
type
coming
of
up.
stuff, and so historically, like that's the kind of crowd that descends on those kind of things, and maybe like a little bit more weirdness now that like some ordinal people are in artists and everything. But I feel like ETH was like the place to go if you were like a weirdo creator and needed a place to put your shit. ETH was like the only place really practical for such a long time, and definitely the culture got like really artsy, weird, degen-y, offbeat.
And then they got jealous. They got bored for a whole fucking cycle, and they're like, "All right, it's no more lightning. We're gonna like put stuff on the chain."
And I think Bitcoin culture is a little bit more like suit and tie.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree.
Yeah.
What Bitcoin conferences do you go to?
I went to Bitcoin Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was very.
That was the one that I went to. I went to in 2021.
Yeah, it was quite posh. I think I've been twice. Even the parties are different. Like
definitely,
you don't see people wearing like, I don't know, in like bear costumes or rabbit costumes.
Like no, it was.
This is perfect footage.
It was one of the only conferences I've
This guy was
where
amazing.
I felt
dude.
like somewhat self-consciously underdressed when I went to like a couple things. I was like, oh shit, like this is
a lot of NFT events.
Accustomed to at all going to these things. But the difference, I feel like it definitely is the Bitcoin culture.
Yeah, it's also very VC heavy. So
yeah,
and also Bitcoin has like the government stamp right now. So.
Yes, true. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Ethereum might have that too. We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah. No, I mean, you wonder how all this stuff sort of like manifests over the next like few years. I feel like you probably see more interesting shit to artists and creators like ordinals being done on Bitcoin over time, and then. You know, in theory, the ETH ETF isn't too far away either, so that's gonna get some of that crowd that's more interested in that kind of thing over, and maybe it starts blending eventually. But I don't know. It's been fascinating to watch, like just sort of unfold over the years. I feel like 2021 is so different than 2024 is so different than like even the years in between too.
Yeah, I think it's a big lesson that this can all. Well, that's so pessimistic, but. I think a lot of people quit.
Yeah. Definitely.
When the bear happened, and I think it was a lesson that it can all just go away. Your projects could fail. It really all depends on the market.
Yeah. No, I think a lot of projects thought that the market would either hold or continue to go up, or they had enough in the tank to sort of ride out the bear market, and then it lasted for like 3 years, and everything like, oh shit.
Yeah, I feel like during the bull, like people were.
What money were we saving?
People were paying like $20K to get like one girl in at 11. It was ridiculous. Like people were blowing money, and yeah, because
it was 2021.
It just money felt unlimited at the time. Everyone was just doing whatever.
It was cool to be there during it too.
Trislit right here. Do you want to interview him for a few minutes when he gets here?
Yeah, definitely. Dude. This is great.
I need a break.
That was fucking awesome, you guys. Yeah, no, this is such a cool experiment. I'm gonna blow out this candle for now. I think it's really fucking cool. No cut.
Okay, so I wanted to explain that video a little bit. Sky, if you can go back.
Oh, which video? Oh god.
Go back to the last thing. Go back to the last thing.
Oh, that you're.
The last thing. Yes.
Oh, that.
Yeah. So basically, I made an Instagram post and I was saying ETH maxis would never do this. And this was basically justifying my statement that ETH maxis go to parties and like do these kind of things, and people in Bitcoin don't. But I completely contradicted myself because of the whole Wizards party thing. So that's why this footage was there.
All I know is I was on your side that Bitcoiners don't party until we had Bitcoin FIM on the pilot, right, Sky?
Oh yeah.
I wasn't at that party, but the audio from that party or outside that party was banging. And so,
awesome.
you know, Bitcoins still know how to party, which is good to know. The parties used to be out there as well.
That was at now why can't I remember the name of the Bitcoin bar in New York? But that was super cool. And yeah, it was either an ordinal maxi biz or it was something. It felt like all of the people who owned every ordinal were there. That's what it felt like. That's what they wanted everything to seem like, at least. So I don't know if any of it was true, but it felt like a cool vibe. Anyway,
would you call ordinal like owners closer to like ETH NFT owners? Maybe we're starting to see a new culture emerge with the ordinal stuff on the Bitcoin group.
I mean, what it felt like to me is at least this is the crew that I was with. Also, the crew that I'm with like is very like extremely degenerate, like very like $2,000 market cap shitcoiners. Like they're like, if something sounds absolutely like stupid, they might bet money on it immediately. Like they're watching the ticker Etherscan. They're in deep. So that's their brain ticker is in like that space. But so they like Bitcoin a lot, but at the same time they also really like NFTs, but I don't know. I think that they figured because they're like pattern people, they saw the pattern with the ETH NFT cycle, right? So now they're seeing it. They're seeing how it could play out in Bitcoin, and I think that that's where their head is at. And also, they're like Harry Potter, Sonic, Obama, Inu people. Like that's their vibe. So
speaking of Harry Potter, Inu people, my transition has nothing to do with it, but Pizza is trading now at 0.002 cents. Sky, you have still not bought any. Sky Bravo, you still have not bought any Pizza.
Dude, I'm trying not to burn our streams by getting on other streams.
Okay.
When I go
not on the chat, but for those of you on Twitter or watching anywhere else, thank you for watching. We're fullcircle.fm. We're live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. We stream everywhere, but where the core of the action is on an app called Unlonely, unlonely.app/channels/fullcircle. On that app, you can clip segments as NFTs. You can shitpost in our chat. You can buy passes to the VIP chat, which is quiet today. That's interesting. Are there any VIPs in the crowd? Show yourselves now.
It's a time delay. Don't do it to yourself. Don't talk to the voice.
Please show yourself now. The VIPs are not here tonight, except for on this stream. Each of you, a VIP. But yes, so thank you for coming. You can trade this shitcoin, Pizza. We are dropping things on all holders of all of our shitcoins. These are experiments. To be very clear, these are on a bonding curve. They're temporary tokens. If it doesn't reach this price of 0.0006 ETH on Base Network in 3 minutes and 5 seconds, all the money is wiped out. It goes towards the show creators, so we appreciate you. It's kind of like buying an NFT or subscribing with a subscription, except you can trade it and it's kind of fun. That's Unlonely. Check it out. This is the behind the scenes view. You'll see the whole thing on yours. Also worth noting, I mentioned the Bitcoin FIM segment. If you go to Zora.co, we have a mint page of every segment. With none of our banter live, you can mint all of those things. Almost everything is still mintable. Some of the first pilot episode is not mintable now. But we've changed how we're doing this. Every season 0x is mintable all the way through the finale, which is a few weeks away, June 12th. Season 0x is a 60-day experiment to see what decentralized late night can be. So please support us. If you've come a few times, thank you. We appreciate you. Hit that retweet button. That's the first way you can support us. Follow us. That's the second way you support us. But the primary way is click this menthol button right here. For like $20 and change, you can have all the segments. It's a pretty good deal. These are all free mints. You just pay the protocol fee. And you can have all these segments all at once. You mint them all at once. Sky, what did I miss?
I like it when I like it when we reset the room, like and pretend like it was a Twitter space, and say if people are watching on Twitter, then to retweet it, and that's a nice thing to do. And say if you want to quote tweet it, if you quote tweet it, I will immediately retweet you as soon as I get back on Twitter, guaranteed. But I can't retweet your retweet. You know what I mean? Like that's how kind of the thing works. You can't, you know, a retweet
have rules and standards. Also, it's just not technically possible.
Yeah, I'm just saying I can provide. You don't know how many of my followers aren't robots. Some of them could be humans. You know, I might have clout with some of those humans. You don't even know.
For every retweet, yeah, Sky will buy some pizza too, right?
Yeah, I got -2 minutes. Oh man, I will get on that. I'll get right on top of that, Jane. Don't we have some upcoming news? One of the things that I think is really cool is that we go to, as just a society of internet people, is that we go to different spots. And Lindau, you have some updates about some of the spots and some of the things that are happening, right? Mute. Oh my god. You're muted.
I was on mute, sorry guys. So we have some upcoming events coming. We have consensus happening this month, next week, right? The 29th to the 31st. The boys will be there. And
boys.
I call them boys. They don't like me calling them broskies. So they'll be shooting some content for Near, specifically Near's Black Dragon NFT. If you haven't heard of them, follow them at Black Dragon is Near on Twitter. And then another upcoming event is Bitcoin Nashville. Sky, I think you're going to be there, right?
I'm already at Bitcoin Nashville, like right now.
Okay, slay.
I'm camping out.
Is it on your bus?
Dude, I will. Yeah, sure.
Are you taking the bus to Bitcoin Nashville?
I am. I've got great news about the bus. Let's.
It's working.
Well, it's pre-working. It was like
okay.
And then we have FW Fest happening August 1st to 4th. And we're going to pre-launch season 2 there. So that's going to be a vibe. And then we have Rizzle Fest October 4th to 7th. And Sky's going to be there. And of course, Rizzle's going to be there. Maybe I'll be there. Maybe Lawson. I don't know.
I was looking at the tickets. Do we have a link for that? Can someone retweet and share the link on Unlonely? I think it just came out. I saw today.
I think he had them whitelisted. The first group might be whitelisted.
It's friends and family right now. Yeah. So it's if you.
I'm a friend of Rizzle, and I will prove it by buying a ticket live if I have to.
He knows people.
I know he's left, but he did friend me. I am a friend.
Just got its MySpace request and I accepted.
Drop the link if you have that.
I don't know. Is Rizzle?
Did we lose it? Did he get rugged?
Yeah, I think he got rugged. I'll see if I got a link.
Yeah, let's see. Token proof. Oh, I got it. Token proof. Boom. Here's the event. I'm going to put it in the chat. Token proof. rizzle.xyz/event/RizzleFest 2024. Pretty sure. Yeah, it looks so good. I'm gonna present. Or do you want to present? I'm gonna present.
Go ahead.
Okay, RizzleFest, 3 days, all inclusive. Unplug your stuff and tap into the counterculture at the roots of Web3. RizzleFest is a creative, decentralized summer camp for innovative internet weirdo friends to touch grass, vibe, and share a unique experience together. Plus Fire, hosted by Rizzle. You can follow Rizzle on the internet. Token Proof is pretty cool. I don't have that much to say about it precisely, except that when I used it at ETH Denver, have you ever used one of the apps that has a moving QR code? Do you know, like, that's cool. That made me feel so secure. How could you steal it? It's moving on my phone.
That's a good question. RizzleFest 2024. This is the second edition, Sky, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tell us, is there a video for first edition? What is RizzleFest?
You know, what is RizzleFest? Well, there's a lot of things. I think that really RizzleFest is a piece of a response of just kind of going to having the same experience as Rizzle independently, of going to NFT NYC and actually spending all of my time outside of the conference, and all of my time basically like moving from friend group to friend group who were like pretty much just like hanging out outside of side events. Like you would go into an event for like 10 minutes and then I would just be talking. I was hanging out mostly on the curb, like on the sidewalk with people for the entire time that I was at NFT NYC, for the first couple times I guess that I went. And there's a summer camp nearby here in Nashville, and just thought, you know, it would be really great if we could just, instead of having to navigate the city, like we just have to navigate like breakfast together. The most powerful, I think, really, it's not really networking at a certain point when you're actually exchanging, when you're eating food together, it's not networking anymore, I think. You're just like, you're living your life. You have to eat food. So there's something that's like a little, very much, I think, human about it. You know, I was going to say holy, but that sounds so stupid. But really just like at the base root of humanness, to share meals with one another. And I, as a kid, loved slumber parties and didn't really get to go to like pure Camp Anawana summer camp. So when all of this kind of came together, Lawson, you pinged me that Rizzle had said something about #RizzleFest. And Trislit, you were the one who said, when I searched for RizzleFest, I think you're the first person to actually mention it on Twitter or something like that. Like
him and I were talking. I mean, it was like a year before RizzleFest, and I remember because we were complaining about crypto conferences because we had been doing them for years and getting frustrated and everything. And I remember at the time, like, you know, I live in the Northeast, you know, out in the woods type place. So I'm like, dude, I go camping all the time. Like, can't we all just go camping? And then he's like, well, like go out in the middle of the woods, pop a tent somewhere? I'm like, well, maybe a little nicer than that, right? I'm like, we'll lose a lot of people. But yeah, that's the general idea, right? We had a bunch of other, at first, I remember, because this guitarist that we host in TokenSmart a lot, Jose Cabrera, he lives in Brazil, in like the rainforest. And he reached out to me when I first started asking around it. He thought we should all go to the rainforest because he has like, he knows his local shaman. He's like, we can all go into the treehouse and we can get into the rainforest and we'll have a camp out together. And I'm like, that sounds a little like, that sounds fun. I don't know if we're going to get 70 people down there, right? So that was what it was going to be. But then I think RizzleFest turned out to be a lot more doable and comfortable.
Well, when your bar is the rainforest, yes, camp is super comfortable. But let me play this. Let me play this video really fast. Linda, I'm curious if your only point of reference was this video, would you go? Would you want to go? Can I convince you to go?
We could begin again. I wish we could begin again. I'd tell you all the things I probably shouldn't have known then. I wish we could begin again. I'd tell you all the things I probably shouldn't have known then. Oh, go slow. I know it's hard. Oh, go slow. I know it's hard. You got me flying high, high above the sky. You got me flying high. I won't ever come down. You got me flying high, high above the sky. You got me flying high. I won't ever come down.
Dude, that was 1,000 miles an hour.
All right, that's it.
It was a little choppy, but one thing that was really fun that I want to call out on there was, so during Rizzle Fest last year was actually my birthday and my wife's birthday. So we were both this. So yeah, we got a birthday cake and everything. We turned 40. So I remember my wife was like, "You really want me to go spend my 40th birthday at a random camp with your internet weirdo friends?" I'm like, "Yeah, so we did." She was she's glad she did, but it was different. But in a good different.
You don't put that in the wedding vows, you know?
Yeah.
She's still with you, so that's the stamp of approval, is what I best I can tell.
Well, she beat me really bad in that basketball game. You can see how bad I am in that video.
Ooh,
But you know,
she beat everybody, but especially you. Yeah, it was definitely rough to witness, but it was also comedic. Sorry, yeah, the choppiness of the video. I just learned about bit rate stuff for streaming. It's better to have less bit rate stuff, whatever. So the other videos have less bit rate stuff. Pick up the phone. Where you at? It's 11 o'clock in New York.
Is that our 1-800 number? Is someone calling that?
I know. 1-800-69 fully.
Close.
Dude.
We don't want to leak the alpha just yet. We don't want to leak the alpha just yet, but there could be a 1-800 number coming.
1-833-69
fully. I leaked it. No, 1-855-69.
Okay, I'm getting back to my announcements.
Okay, go ahead.
So the boys will be at Consensus, and if you guys don't know, there's some exciting things happening at Consensus. Nick, I don't know what the hell Nick does. Does anyone know? And David Hoffman are fighting.
Bitcoin versus Ethereum. Bankless versus Castle Island Ventures.
Basically. And I have my money on Nick. I'm sorry. If you see the physique of this guy compared to David Hoffman, he's going to kick his ass.
I haven't seen much of the physique of both of them, but there have been some very high-end promotional marketing videos.
I'll show you guys.
They've been doing the work.
What do you really? What are the odds? I'd like to take a bet, like on. Oh, that guy's Nick Carter. He's gonna whip ass, dude. Are you kidding me? 0% chance. That's not a fair fight. That's not even funny, man.
I know. I want to watch a fight, not a murder. Like,
yeah, come on. You can't hurt the bankless guy.
Well, that's Nick, and then this is David's training video. This is the training video that I saw.
Okay, don't. Oh, I'm scared for him. I'm just scared for him. You know, I just don't want to get more afraid. I mean, do play the video. I'm just acting, but like, don't.
You're acting?
Yeah, don't.
I'm sorry, but
dude, that kick! No, come on. Dude, no, let's watch it 5 times.
Like the Rocky moment, you know.
Look at that push kick, dude. No, this is not. Look, man, come on. This guy from a distance looked like he's gonna get his ass kicked. Like that's so. I should not even.
You know, the odds are closer than expected. I did pull this up. Thankfully, this is crypto, so there's betting odds.
No, they are not. That is not real odds, dude. That is 100%.
This is real odds. They have closed recently. It was heavier on Nick. I think it was like 50 something, 53 or 56 last I looked. No, down to 50-43.
David literally bet 100% of that money on himself.
But yeah, I was gonna say Nick probably just put 100,000 on David, right? He's just gonna throw himself.
Just in case, dude.
There's about 82K in the total pot, 33,000 in USDC on Nick, 29,000 on David, and 17,000 on nobody's gonna win.
Well, that is
be like
the honest truth, though.
That would be like what are those guys? Who's the guy that's fighting Mike Tyson?
The loser against Mike Tyson.
What's his name? Jake Paul.
I love those videos.
Mike Tyson.
Holy cow! Yeah, you should watch some of it because
also, I have a picture. I had dinner with him.
You had dinner with Mike Tyson?
Yeah, and I sent the pictures to my dad.
Whoa! Who have you not had dinner with, Linda?
Dude,
I know it's crazy, right?
Literally, you keep talking about having dinner with Leonardo DiCaprio and Mike Tyson and Michael Saylor. Like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, learn something. Learn something every episode.
I did have dinner with Mike Tyson. It was on my birthday 3-4 years ago.
Actually, Mike Tyson came to your birthday.
No. He didn't come to my birthday. He was at my birthday dinner. This is my dad.
I was gonna say, can you get him to my birthday? That sounds great. It's gonna be.
Maybe I should text him. I don't have his. I don't
get him to Rizzle Fest.
Dude, don't get him to Rizzle Fest, man. That's a lot of pressure.
You know, Mike. You know, he seems like a really great guy to hang around. He's really.
He's funny.
Very thoughtful.
I'm not saying anything bad about Mike Tyson. Are you kidding me? No, I'm just saying that like I don't want to like burn his eggs or something, and like that's the bottom line, you know. I don't want to find out with Mike Tyson. I'd watch him on TV. I don't think I want to meet Mike Tyson.
Well, there it is. we're now at 11:04. Linda, what else do we have on updates? I think that's the big one.
I think that's it. I want to. Yeah, I think that's it.
Should we get into Trislit in the interest of time?
I'll show you guys a little something.
Okay.
Here's me and Taylor at his birthday.
What? Come on.
Yes. And then here is me. I can't find my Tyson picture. Guess what the name of his birds are?
What?
Wait, whose birds are these?
Sailor. Like a sailor.
All right. So what island? Where are we?
Satoshi.
I need to know where we're at before I pick the
Villa in Miami. It's beautiful.
Satoshi and Nakamoto.
How did you know? That's so annoying. How the okay? You knew. You Googled that.
I didn't. Watch the replay. I didn't Google that. Are you kidding me?
I mean, he didn't stretch far for the names.
Der Apfel fällt nicht sehr vom Sturm.
He Googled it.
I didn't. Watch the replay. That means the apple does not fall very far from the word that I can't remember for tree.
It doesn't fall far from the tree.
In Deutsch. You know that? I learned that from a book a long time ago. I remembered it in the noggin. All right, let's watch this. So I think this... Stop. You're so close. You're close to him. You're sitting with him.
Wow.
That's my birthday. That was 2021 in Miami.
Linda,
I used to be a cool girl. Ugh. Someone's a little.
I don't know if that goes away. That's pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
You've got that stamp forever, Linda.
Yeah, my dad was very excited.
That's cool.
Did you wear
it?
Yeah, I bet. That's cool. I'm excited. I'm going to look off in the distance for that one too. All right, so I'm going to tee up this Rizzle and Trislit video that'll take us kind of out of this episode of Full Circle. I'll tee it up by saying, when I was looking back at this, I just think it's so interesting to get the insight on just such a like easy conversation between the two of you about the sort of familial aspect that's been built up over time, that you're sort of, and there's even like spaces where it feels like you're discovering it in the moment. Like, yes, these are the words. These are the words for it. This is that familial feeling, and these are the things. So I think that's a really cool picture, time capsule of how the space is evolving and has evolved, and I really appreciate that that vibes in here. So I'm gonna play it now.
But I am sitting here with Trislit, and he was just at the.
Shit, sorry.
Cool. I still don't really know what it's about or what's going on, but I am sitting here with Trislit, and he was just at the Punks brunch. So I'm gonna pass him the mic, and I'm genuinely interested to hear about his experience. So, what's up, Trislit?
Yeah. Yo, Rizzle. It's fun. It's been a while since we synced up last. That's why I'm like, every time I go to an event, first thing I do is reach out. It's like, hey, are you going to be here? And half the time, no, or I may, but I'll be incognito. So you have to like track them down. I tracked them down. It's like a treasure hunt sort of thing. But yeah, I just got back. Like I just got done with there's the Punks brunch.
Yeah.
So that's, the Punks do the exclusive Punks brunch at all these conferences where everybody who owns a punk gets like a special access. This one, like, sometimes it's, you show up and it's just whoever shows up and it's kind of minor. This one was they paid for a pretty nice place with a pretty nice spread, good, open bar.
Wait, how many, just for like some context, how many of these like punk events have you been to, like roughly?
I've probably been to like 5.
Okay.
Usually Eat Denver, I show up to one. And NFT NYC, I try to make it. I missed last year, but it's like I try to make it because there's certain projects in the space, and CryptoPunks is one that just like no matter how you feel about it, like a lot of the collectors and holders are either old OGs like who've been around forever, or they're people who built businesses and they have lots of money and then they use it to buy a punk, so now they're part of this thing. So I'm like, depends on what you're doing. If you're trying to like build, fund, get investment advice. It's cool. Like that's why I still have my punk. Like I had a bunch of punks. I sold them early on because I was like, I need money and it's great. But I have one, and now I'm like, man, if I sell this, like this is my in to like this group where it's like most of them are not as motivated by money as you would think, which is really interesting because it's like it's seen as like the most expensive one, but also everybody there is like super down to like, hell yeah, you're a punk. Like, you're a punk, like, I'll help you. Like, send me your pitch deck. I'll give you pointers. Or, like, I know this guy, and I'll connect you with him. Like, so every time I've gone there, I've walked, like, whenever you think it, like, what do I do at a conference? Like, where do I, do I go to the conference? Do I talk to vendors? Do I get T-shirts? Like, yeah, like that's how I get my wardrobe every year, right? You go to the conference and get the stuff. But the Punks Brunch is definitely one where I'm like, no, I'm here because I've got a product, I've got a business, I've got something like, and I want to go promote it. I want to go see what I can do. I want to see what if these guys tell me this is stupid, I should probably stop because these guys are around. Like,
yeah. Here, dude, pass the mic. Dude, that's interesting because I feel like that culture that they've created has sort of like transcended what a lot of projects fail to transcend, which is the community or the culture around the project basically being about increasing the value of the project. And then when that doesn't happen or goes south for too long, people start to dissipate and the project loses momentum or whatever. So it's interesting that Punks has sort of evolved and the community's been around long enough where it's actually more, it's not as much focused on making the value of the asset go up, but like you said, you're not even holding on to it for that purpose really at this point. It's more of like a point of access, which I feel like a lot of projects and communities like say they are doing that and are trying to create that, but generally fail at doing that. Or again, once the numbers go down, the crowd moves to a different point to try and find that or whatever. So I don't know. That's cool, man. That's an interesting like take on things. You were there for a while. How late does Punk's Brunch go?
I know it stops being brunch and turns into lunch pretty quick, right? Like, I mean, it started around noon. I mean, yeah, what is it, 4 o'clock? So I was there for a solid 4 hours. Like, a lot of this. So when I first got there, I didn't recognize anybody. It was packed. There was a lot of people, and it was. So I'm assuming either we're still used to everybody's like animal PFP or whatever the hell. Like, so I'm like, I bet you I probably know half the people in the room, but I don't know them because I can.
Probably.
And now I feel awkward and I don't want to ask, you know. But then. Some other people, like Josie showed up, it's like she was one of the first artists that I met in the space like forever ago. So she saw me and it's like, oh, wow, I haven't seen you forever.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
cool.
So then she's like, oh, I know XYZ. So then she'd bring me and it's like, oh, I know this person. So it's like,
okay.
That's how it always flows. After that we had like Eric Snowfro came up. I was like, I haven't seen him as a Punks Brunch for a while, but he's famous for his like zombie punks. Like, he came in and I recognized him. Like he was, we knew each other from way back. So I'm like, holy cow, I haven't seen you either. So, you hug it out and you talk a little bit about kids and life because, last time I met him like 5 years ago when his kids were just born and my kids were like 5 or 6. So I'm like, his kids now are the age that my kids were when I met him. So he's talking. I'm like, man, I remember. And Josie's saying like she just had her second kid, but they're still toddlers. I'm like, now Snowfro's giving her advice. And I'm like, I remember telling him like, it's crazy. Like that's
Dude, it
just
is
fun.
crazy.
Like, but yeah, then once they start going out, actually I had a cool story. There was one guy I met, he goes by the name of Derek. He's like, oh man, I've been talking, like I made you the sock because I like what you're doing with Token Smart. I've followed your other stuff. I'm like, oh, that's cool that you're following me, and all this other stuff. Like,
yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I made it for you because I like the vibes and stuff. And it's like, oh, first thing I'm like, you should make this an NFT. You should sell it. And he's like, everybody says that. And I'm like, no, screw that. I don't want to do that. He's like, I don't want to make money. Yeah, I just want to make goofy pictures and I want to share it with my friends. And then we can all LARP and, I was like, man, that's incredibly cool. Like, first thing my mind comes to, you should monetize this. You should, right? Oh, this is my hobby. Well, you should make money off that. I'm like, no, like, it stops being fun. It's like, no. He's like, I've got other art projects. Like, I'm an artist. I'm trying to explore, do other stuff. Like, I don't want to monetize this because it'll stop being fun.
Yeah. A lot of us knew each other around the time that you were talking about 5 years ago or so, but we still only really knew each other as like, our online screen names and everything until some of those early like NFT NYCs where we all like, collectively met for the first time and, started to meet each other more over the years. And as that's happened, man, I feel like a lot of us have become close and know a lot about each other's like personal lives and everything. And a lot of these people are doing big things within the industry too, Snowfro and all these people, and it's just sort of interesting to see like over the course of the last 5-6 years, like people have had children who we know, people have like settled down, people's kids are getting older and I feel like everyone sort of like brings a little bit of that with them, to these things, and it affects like how they approach everything. And I don't know, man, the people here are just so cool, and it's just sort of been such an interesting journey to watch people's lives change in significant ways, but they're still here in the mix with us doing the thing like the whole time while all that's going on. I don't know, man. It's cool.
Wow. That's a really good point. Like, so lately, now I've been in the space for like 7 years. Before NFTs, I was mining Ethereum, like the boring stuff that started it. But
Yes.
I'm
I
like,
enjoyed the boring stuff.
yeah, it's like I've been through this stuff, and it's like, it's funny because at home, my wife doesn't necessarily understand everything on it. Like she was following me early, but at first it was like, this is a silly thing that he's doing off hours at night and stuff. And then it's grown into something like now I've been able to cash out some money. I've been able to like, pay my bills by doing this stuff. So all of a sudden it's not just playing video games. Like, no, there's a purpose. There's other stuff behind it. So now she's no longer like, no longer like ignoring it, but now it's like, when she tells her friends, like, what does your husband do for work? She's like, well, the latest one, she started saying he farts around on the internet with his friends. Like, that's his job. Like, and I'm like, yeah, that sums it up.
Life goals.
Yeah. I'm like,
life goal achieved.
We're all just farting around on the internet. Yeah, that's, as long as it's fun, that's what's keeping me here. And it's an interesting one because when I talk to people, I'm like, man, the minute this stops being fun,
like, no good.
I'd make more money if I went back to like a stable, normal IT career. I did that for decades before I got into crypto. It was very boring SecOps, DevOps stuff. It pays well, it's stable. It's not very exciting, or at least it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if this wasn't fun, I wouldn't be here. I'd make more money not doing it, probably.
Yeah. Oh, dude, 100%. I mean, over the past like several years, as I've just become like more entrenched in the space, I've had good opportunities come my way that are more traditional world types of things, and I've dabbled in that here and there just to sort of like test the waters. And dude, it's almost like I feel like I'm too far gone. Like I can't even go back. There's no amount of money that would entice me to go back to that as long as I could scratch by with my weirdo friends on the internet. But there's a lot of truth to it, man.
Come along and fart around on the internet with us.
But I mean, we are like farting around with game-changing technology, and I feel like that's like the coolest part about this space is that you can actually like make advances and differences in tech and in the world. But the cool thing about the tech that we're doing that with is that it does allow for like a huge creative outlet and a lot of like weird possibilities, and there's value in exploring those possibilities because a lot of them lead to other experimentations within the space and things that actually make progress in things that directly benefit people that aren't just like fucking weird experiments. So I don't know, man. But now that the space has grown so much, there's a lot of well-paying opportunities to not have fun around here. If that's what you're into and you have the connections and the resume to be able to pursue those things. But like I say, man, I feel like I'm too far gone. I'd rather stay on the creative edge of things and figure it out because that's what's held me here this whole time. With people like yourselves, man, there's a lot of like-minded people here from like the very beginning when there was no money and it was only fun, and we were here because of that, and still holds true. It's nice that there's fucking money involved, though. Finally, that helps.
Yeah, that definitely helps. Everybody likes making money and not having to starve and stuff. Like, that's great. But yeah, no, it's, going back to the point before, it's funny talking about like, because, now when I bring up names that like the newer folks coming in and people talk, like you bring up some of these names, they're like, oh shit, Jimmy, them. I'm like, oh yeah. It's like, yeah, I know him. It's like I helped him move into his house. I mean, lived with him. Like I moved in with him for like a month. We were roommates, and Rizzle and I got lost in his attic, and then we got like crashed. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I know him pretty well. It's like, but that's just it. Like at that point, it's like it wasn't Jimmy.eth. It was just our buddy Jimmy that we were going down to visit and fart around on the internet with.
Yeah, dude.
It's like,
I mean, Nate Alex was there farting around with us and everything, and he's, on his own trajectory, launching a massive project of his own at that point. But that's how it was like so much in early days. Like everyone knew everybody, and then you just call them up. What's up?
That's a good point. When you start talking about like people we knew 5-6 years ago and seeing it like now, and I think back like now I feel like we all grew up together, right? It's
Dude,
like
seriously.
I feel like more of an adult now than I did before, and it's not because I'm.
Me too, man. I don't know what it is.
It's not
more.
It's not a conservative, liberal, political, whatever. It's nothing like that. It's more like I feel like more in control of my own life, and before I wasn't. And that's what makes me feel like more like an adult, not like a kid. Like when you're a kid, you really don't have any choice in what you're doing. Like, which is what happens when you're in corpo land.
Oh, dude, that's a great point, man. You got me like going in a different direction with it now. But wait, say the first thing you said. That
we all grew up together. We were kids, and we all grew up, went through our teenage years, and
dude, that's. I feel like that's. I identify with that so much, man. I feel like that's what the specifically early NFT days, like really felt like. That there was nothing really on the line. It was all fun and fucking around, and it felt like we were all teenagers and kids just sort of goofing around out here. And then like, you know, money came in and things got more serious and people got like not even like more buttoned up, but I feel like, you know, people started taking all the things that we were just literally goofing around with like more seriously at that point. And so you know, it's more serious waters, but man, it does feel like went from like kid land to adult land in about the span of like 5 years, and I had like a rapid like I don't know, I had to grow up with everybody along the way. But the people I come here to hang out with, man, are from like they're the kids from the, you know, the neighborhood, you know.
That's a good one. Feel like I can hear like the boys are back in town type song. Like they're rolling back in.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's good.
Boys are back in town again. They are here to raise hell. The kids from the neighborhood. The kids from the neighborhood.
That's our show for the night.
Such a short span of time. What is even time?
This thing was so old. How many wow,
blockchain. You see this band? I mean,
the boys are back in town again.
Like indie yacht rock.
Yeah, this is on point, dude. This is great.
The kids from the neighborhood. The kids from the neighborhood. The kids from the neighborhood. The kids from the neighborhood.
I don't know if it's happening. Also,
we go. We're almost there. We've done a lot this season, honestly.
It's crazy.
We spray painted the butt. And Winnie.
If you're on Twitter, thanks for joining us. If you're on Unlonely, you're amazing. Thanks for supporting us. Trislit, thank you for coming out. Lindau, an excellent report on where we're going to be.
I feel like shit posting in real life. Yes.
And Rizzle, thanks for letting your computer rug you. We missed you, but we're glad you were here.
Yeah, he messaged. He said that his kids were going nuts. So it's a weird time, you know, in the evening with the children.
It's okay.
The kids from the neighborhood.
Well, thanks for having me here, Lawson. It's Lindau. You guys are great. Sky, we've talked plenty before, but thanks for having me on. This is really fun. It was cool to talk about it. Man, listening to that chat, we got real deep. A lot deeper than I remembered. But
no, I love it. You know, we have all these. We're trying to just capture all these little moments of this weird world we live in. We appreciate you coming on. We appreciate you being on the show. I thought it was a great show. That was fun. A little different. We had some really long form interviews. Good stuff, though.
I've been thinking that every single week is that I have been. I think we relaxed. I mean, really, I went from trying to go from a half-hour format that stretched into a 40 or 50-minute format. And really now I was like kind of aiming for a 45-minute format, which stretched to an hour and a half. So, but it's I don't know. It's really fun. It was hard. It's been hard to cut out things that I find just super interesting in the conversations that we have. And I feel like that's the feedback that I've gotten from the folks that I've interviewed is like, oh man, what about this part? It's like everybody always remembers something a little bit different about the deal. And it's like, well, what would happen if we just let it run? I don't know. And I when we were talking about it kind of outside, and I ended up with the time of a 15-minute segment instead of a 6-minute one. It felt like it just felt like right. It felt good. So I'm kind of excited about that. What would happen if we had? I'm still pushing for the 24-hour show. I still think that would be really a very interesting train wreck to watch people just like kind of fall apart a little bit. I know it's been done. I know we're not inventing a streaming for 24 hours, but maybe if we found a way to do it on chain, then maybe we would have a fighting chance to have something be first-ish. How long would we have to stream on chain for it to be a record?
ZachMe.eth says crypto never sleeps.
Honestly, it would be cool if we beat the Guinness Book of Records thing for
streaming.
For streaming, that'd be cool. West Africa was doing that for a while. There was like a cooking thing. There was like a sing along. If you guys don't know, I'm from Ghana, and Nigerians and Ghanaians were both kind of like trying to beat records, and I think Nigeria started it first, and they did like a cooking thing, and they.
So it was like multiple people coming in and cooking.
So it was just one chef like cooking for 3 days straight, no sleep, and like sharing it with people, and people were cheering her on, and it gained a lot of publicity. So if we were to do a 24-hour stream, we could be like, hey, we're kind of the first people that's ever done that. So
we could reinvent the first. Yeah, it's so convenient.
I'd pay to see like a Wake in Sky's life. That'd be interesting.
Are you serious?
Just gonna have the camera follow you from behind you.
I'm just sitting here most of the time, like making dumb AI shit and drawing on the iPad and chasing my kid. Sorry?
Did our token make it?
Pizza did not make it. Interestingly, it's an easier token, but it just had so many zeros. It was unclear how many you should buy. It adds zeros, but it was not. It was like $12 in it. a bunch were bought though.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I would like to strategically leverage that $12 into generational wealth.
Into actual pizza?
No. You don't take money out of the market. Walking told me that.
Sorry, guys. I don't know why.
Is that you? I forgot that I wanted to blame that on someone.
Not me, it's Lawson.
My wife's upstairs. I'm not getting texts from anybody. Well, I could. I am technically over. Yeah, so every Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, fullcircle.fm. If you ever miss it, our YouTube channel is looking pretty banging. We got the segments there. If you just want to watch the segments, rewatch those. We have the episodes as well. Go to YouTube, and then it's the YouTube /@ fullcircle-FM, or just go to our website, fullcircle.fm. You can subscribe to updates. We have emailed nobody. We're only going to email you when it really matters. So add it there. You'll get an email when something cool is happening. Every Wednesday, though, we are here, 10 p.m. Eastern. Season 0X runs through July 12th. So we're like 3 or so weeks out. Kind of crazy. 3-4 weeks out. 3 weeks. And then we'll take a little break over the summer. There'll still be reruns. You'll still be able to come here and watch reruns. But we'll come back in August, launching the FWB Fest or roundabout. So you can subscribe there. Along with, you can find all of our links to the Zora Mints, to the YouTube, to follow us on Twitter at @fullcircle_FM or Full Circle on Farcaster and Lens. Please give us a follow. Please give us a retweet of this stream. Thank you. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your normal pizza in your Pizza Hut or Domino's, whichever you have in your town. Tell them about Full Circle.
Yo, if they got a Pizza Hut, they got a Domino's. Those are the rules. Look at how cool the YouTube looks, though. I think that when we have 700 billion subscribers, someone should screenshot this and NFT that. Seven subscribers. I hit the subscribe button. Look at that. I'm subscribed. I'm 1 of 7 right now. Do you know if that was an NFT, there would be value in that? 1 of 7.
Yeah, the YouTube looks good. The segments are really come together. They look great. We banter over the segments. If you ever just want to kind of watch it again, they are fun. It's a vibe. And then again, we also mint all of those on Zora. I love for everybody to collect the segments you like, but hit that mint all button. First person to hit the mint all button. We're still waiting for that, but for like $20, you can have every segment since probably like episode 2. Linda, what else did we forget? You're going to a wedding. Is Full Circle going to be at the wedding?
Yes.
In Greece?
Yes, if Full Circle wants to be. I'm going to a wedding June 3rd. I fly out June 3rd and I get there June 4th. And I'll just be there until June 9th. So that's like just 4 days. No, I can't do math, clearly. 6 days. It's one of my best friend's wedding from college. And of course, Full Circle can be there if Full Circle gets me a nice mic.
Wow. I think Sky has a shopping cart ready to get you all sorts.
I do. I could share my screen on the shopping cart right now.
Okay.
We could live order it.
So should we do it?
No, it's not, dude. No, I don't really have that. I'm bluffing, dude. Don't mess with me.
Don't like the screen.
I'll press the button though.
88 people watching. Thank you. 289. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you so much. This is cool. I think this is really, really. This has really. I went on vacation last week, and coming back to the show after that, I think it feels really good. It feels exciting. And I'm glad that people are watching it. And I'm going to remind people, if you're watching it right now, to press the retweet button, and tell your friends. Maybe sit down with them. We're a show that you can have a glass of a special wine to, right, Linda?
Linda's wine.
Linda's special wine.
I
Yeah.
was playing like the violin. Sky is Sky's so sentimental and sweet, and I'm just like,
I am not sweet.
Yeah, you are. You are.
Speaking of sentimental, we do have our first MP3 available, and I am very sentimental for this song. Batty_theme_meme coin song version 1. If you press play on that,
let me see. Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
I woke up with this in my head.
You wanna buy Batty? You need to.
Honestly, I feel like I'm pretty good at prompting AI.
Number go up,
Batty.
Don't be sad, bye, Batty, be a Batty. Early Dr. Batty, call your friends Batty, call your family Batty. Call your boss Batty, call your teacher Batty.
You want a baddie, call your preacher baddie. You want a buy baddie, you need to buy baddie. You are buying more.
Thank you for coming. Press the follow button.
Baddie, it feels so good. Baddie took away my pain. Baddie took away my misery. Baddie healed my wounds. Baddie set me and my country free. Don't be sad,
That's my favorite line. Baddie set me and my country free.
Be sad, be a baddie girly. The institutions are coming for baddie.
I didn't know that
The institutions are coming for baddie. You've seen them in your dreams of baddie. Baddie set me and my country free. Don't be sad.
Oh shit.
No.
Sorry, I forgot that it was me. I just wanted to follow. Okay.
On that note, it's
Yeah.
been a blast. We're fullcircle.fm. Follow, collect, mint, subscribe. Ciao.
See ya. Mint all.
Bye, guys. Later.
You're gonna stop with this.